I think it's one of the best sites I've ever seen in the industry. Absolutely phenomenal. Sometimes, you know, we skim over what happens with metal because it's a given. But what we don't do is go into the detail about that infinite circularity of the product.
We have a unique product in metal where it's infinitely recyclable. These cars, this scrap metal that you see behind us, can join an infinite loop of becoming a new car, being shredded down into component parts, to down into a new car and recovered infinitely. Unimetals is a metal recycling business consisting of 27 sites across the UK. We have two main operations here. We have the shredder, which is behind us, currently processing between 12 and 1,500 tonnes a day of what we call frag feed. So it's generally the lighter type material. And then we have a dock facility across the road. Now that will either process the shredded material from the fragmentizer, or we will buy and sell heavier steel grades from other metal recyclers, factories, demolition suppliers. The scrap steel is shipped from us to Turkey, melted down to make new steel, and then the new steel is placed back on the ship, brought back to England to manufacture new material.
Why Turkey? What have they got that maybe we don't have at the moment?
It's the most economic, power costs, etc.
So what sort of proportion of recycled content is in that new steel, do you know?
Between 70 and 80%.
Wow, 70 and 80%.
What happens here is we tip all of the frag feed material, loose, unprocessed scrap. It's sorted, separated, filtered through. The guys will do a check for non-conforming items. Once they're satisfied with a load, that is then piled up and then fed into our fragmentizer. Inside where the actual mill box is, we have what we call a roller, which is a giant 60-ton piece of steel, of which upon that sits 32 to 36 hammers. That will then compress, break apart and shred the scrap to sizes as to when it's small enough to drop through the grid bars. The machine itself is 6,000 horsepower and can handle pretty much what we can throw at it. We have a site in Longstanding, Stratford-upon-Avon, that receives the non-ferrous residues from our 4 shredders across the business.
Okay.
That process will liberate and separate all of the non-ferrous residues. Now, the non-ferrous residues would be products like aluminium, coppers, brasses, stainless steels.
Are there any things, other projects that you've got on the cards, or any other things that you can see coming into your industry?
So I think energy from waste, like yourself, will be a key factor going forward. And what we hope to achieve in the long term is the energy from the waste that we produce and the products that we melt and the products that we generate, then feed the plant that then processes the next lot of material, and it's that nice infinite loop of energy, recycling, material generation and so forth.